Yo, what's up, beautiful people? You're now tuned in to the Gifted Frequency Podcast, where every vibration lifts and every voice matters. Sit with us or move with us. This frequency is for you. Yo, what's up, Jabin?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Hey, how about yourself?
We alive today.
Yeah, I feel it. I really appreciate you doing this. You was the first person to reach out to me and say you want to be a part of this, so I really appreciate you for that.
I appreciate you for letting me be a part of this too.
Most stuff, you know what it is. So, being that the title of this track is Fight, I wanted to begin by asking you, what are you fighting for at this moment in your journey?
Um, for me right now, the battle is keeping my mind steady when life feels heavy.
Mhm.
Some days the mental fight is not letting doubt take over, especially when I'm fighting to see my son and trusting that my faith will carry me through.
And so, fighting to see your son, do you see that as like a physical fight, a mental fight, a spiritual fight, or all three?
It would be all three.
And as you're fighting, what type of tools do you use to, I guess, put up the fight? And do you feel like you're fighting it all alone? Or when you need help, do you ask for it, or do you have, people to step in, or I guess certain practices maybe that you have that helps you um, fight for your
So
son?
the first battle is against fear, fear of losing or fear of pain,
Mm,
or just fear of not being enough.
mm,
But it's not the real enemy, it's just an alarm clock telling us to be present. Once you
right,
acknowledge it and redirect your focus into to gain your control of the fight before even it starts, you know?
right.
Um I don't let I don't silence them, but I lost them. Doubt
Mm,
will always talk and whatnot, but discipline talks louder. I remind myself of the work that I put in each and every single day, and that works brings me evidence which builds my confidence. It's proof built over time that what keeps me moving forward
mhm,
when the mind wants to quit. And yes, I'm always accepting help because throughout life I have learned it's we.
mhm,
We are the ones who help each other and keep us accountable of getting closer to our goals, whatever that goal may be.
mm. And when you say sometimes you feel or you ask yourself, am I enough? Where does that come from? Is there something that I guess when you were younger, because like the basis of this podcast is talking to your younger self. So it's something that you would like for your younger self to know in order to know that you are enough today.
I always try to remind myself when I come across that thought that maybe I'm not enough. The thought is that I remind myself when God made me or when God made us, he made us perfectly imperfect. And
Mm,
I remind myself about the faith, I'm not going to lose my faith over fear. And if I look back at my younger self, all these limiting beliefs that have been brought up to is something that makes you wonder sometimes of that thought that maybe you're not enough. But it's up to
mhm.
you if you want to push past through that and look for the solutions, or you want to be stuck at the problem.
Exactly. So let me ask you this also about fighting. So every fight, it doesn't end in a win, but we know every fight teaches us something, right? When you lose a fight, what do you learn from it? And how do you take that power forward?
Yes, you're right. Every fight is not going to be a win, but every fight does teach you something that you should learn from. You learn from every hit you take, and in the end, the only fight worth is that your soul is ready to fight, that your soul aligns with, that aligns with your purpose, you know?
Mm,
Fighting with clarity and remembering some battles break you, but the right ones are going to build you.
mm. And as you're fighting, you said it reminds you of your purpose. So what do you believe your purpose is?
My deepest purpose is to impact the world in a positive way and to put the message out in the world. If I can do anything that I set my mind to, so can you. No matter what the struggles are, no matter what the circumstances are, you know,
Hmm.
if God has placed an obstacle in your way, He has placed it in your way because He knows that you can overcome it as long
Exactly.
as you keep trying.
I agree 100%. I want to shift a little bit because I know you also have experience with physical fighting. What
Yes, sir.
got you into recreational fighting or jiu-jitsu, I should say?
See, I'm going to remind back when I came to America, when I moved out here, I was being bullied.
Hmm.
Whether if it was physically, emotionally, or mentally, you know, it's just it put a toll on me, and I was brought up into a family where it was okay to hit when you made a mistake. So that's something I look forward to breaking first of all.
Hmm.
And when I came here and I realized that I need to protect myself and protect others who need to be protected from that kind of energy, because I'm sure I'm not the first and the only person that's going through that. So I signed myself up for physical martial arts.
Hmm.
And through that, I learned how to be disciplined. I learned
Okay.
patience, you know?
So you said you learn how to be disciplined. So that helps in your fight for your son, right? Because I would assume that it keeps you disciplined and focused and um, knowing what you want in the end and how to go about getting it, so to speak.
Yes, it does for sure. It builds my physical, um, my mental and emotional. A fight is always preparing you three types of way. One, training your body builds discipline. Discipline leaks into everything. How you eat, how you wake up, how you handle setbacks. You know, the body becomes a mirror of your daily choices. Spiritually, um, it's the fight goes on beyond. It's tied to my purpose, my destiny, and protecting something that is sacred, like family, freedom, or faith. You can feel it
Mm,
in your soul that when it's no longer about winning or losing, it's about standing for something bigger than yourself.
I love that. That's great. Let me ask you this just to kind of close it out. What does the word fight mean to you overall?
Life is a fight, to be honest with you, and you win fight long before in your mind before you do in your body, even before your body throws a punch. And in the end, the only fight that's worth are the ones that align with your purpose, like I said before.
Mm, so you're saying we all have something in life worth fighting for and not to give up, just to keep
Yes,
fighting and keep
yes, we are.
believing that you're going to win in the end, right?
Yes, I totally agree with you.
That's beautiful. Well, is there anything that you want to say to the audience or give the audience a gift before we leave today?
I would like to say not to give up and keep showing up. And I would also like to say that you have to know when to fight. Not every
Mm,
fight is worth fighting. You know, some battles are meant to walk away from.
I love it. That's great, Javin. Choose your battles wisely, beautiful people. That's the message. But keep
Yes, sir.
fighting for what you believe in.
Oh,
All right. Blessings.
blessings, my brother. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.